All right, guys, thanks for joining us for VETCON 2024. Always a pleasure to bring the team together. We know that there's hundreds of veterans here, and as Ken said, 1,300 SDVOBs, but you guys all know veterans out there. You know veteran business owners, you know people who might be considering starting their own business that are veterans. What would you say to those individuals that haven't been here before?
Well, I've personally bumped into veteran-owned businesses that already had a disability and were certified as a disabled veteran. And so I've experienced this. They were apprehensive because they thought that it was some big daunting task. And so it was easy for me to relay the message of the support that they get, right? So like you're not gonna go through this process and have to try and build this and get past these walls that you think are in front of you by yourself, because you have the support of, Ken Williams' office, and the support of the other SDVOB companies that are in the area. There's a whole gamut of experience that they have access to through events like this.
The support that Ken and his office give us, it goes far beyond just getting contracts because there's a 6% goal. When it comes to needing support in any other ways of your business, like if they can't do it for you, they'll point you in the direction of somebody who can. Like you said, it's about empowering other veterans to take advantage of these programs. Ken puts in the hard work. It's on us to go and make sure that we're utilizing the programs and helping bring other veterans along so they can kind of take the same road.
For me, it was like finding family because I didn't think there was anybody like me. Okay, and to your point, we're all a bit unique.
Yeah.
And so this has been a real ride. The program's 10 years old now, and we're doing fabulous. And to me, it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
It's a brotherhood, and once they get into it, they just feel so comfortable. Yeah. So it's really rewarding. It's really rewarding.
But when you first get into it, it can be a little overwhelming too, because there's all these, you hear the word state agency, and you're like, ooh, it seems like a big brick wall.
Yeah.
And then when you have this certification, it helps kind of like narrow that brick wall down to a little bit smaller of a hurdle.
Yep.
Because you have that help from a certification and from a department that built this.
And that's other veteran companies, like they really got to understand how important that is, because you're face to face with the people that are making the purchasing decisions. These are the people that are going to go back to their office and say, hey, I met so-and-so at VETCON, how can we use them? Or, hey, if this issue comes up and we need to fill this need, so-and-so I met at VETCON is who we need to get a hold of. So getting everybody in one room at one time so you can have access to them, that's invaluable.
Well, the way I talk about it is that I get to experience like 1 year's worth of work and making contacts and developing relationships in a couple days.
Yeah,
so like when I first started, I was literally cold calling like everybody, like nonstop. So that takes a lot of research and a lot of time and a lot of tracking, whereas now I can kind of come and like circumvent all that. You guys already did it for me. I'm like, oh, they're all just right here.
Everybody's veterans too, so you're piled in this networking group of people who have similar life experience, and you'll be able to bond in ways that you can't with people who are not in that group.
And there's nowhere else we can get that too. When we leave the conference and we're back in our regular occupations and stuff, we're not typically surrounded by other business owners who are veterans. They're just business owners by themselves. So there's not that, hey, I kind of understand you a bit.
I want to give kudos to VETCON for the more or less education that I've learned through networking and through speaking to fellow veterans and the support that they provided. We've grown substantially since VETCON has started, and I want to praise the program.
The bottom line is this has surpassed all my goals, but the most important thing is the stories of you guys. The most rewarding thing to see the success that's come of it. When we started this, nobody knew what an SDVOB was, but the more of us that get involved, there's still tons of opportunity.